Hi, it's Bridget. All right, so I'm going to share with you some cards, a reading I did for myself this morning. I just listened to my own episode of Sunday Morning Coffee with Bridget, and so now I'm like doing some work for myself using my divination tools in my journal. Actually, I have a journal here, and I have a journal by my side here as well that I'm using. This is my business journal. This is my personal journal beside me. We are using a couple of different things here I'll be sharing with you. We're going to use the Oghams, which is the Celtic tree oracle wisdom. I use the Oghams are the sticks here that you see, representative of trees, different trees as spirit guides. I use this, the Celtic tree oracle guidebook. I don't actually use the card deck. It comes in a card deck like this. It'll be linked below. As you can see, I don't even use the cards. I haven't used the cards, but I use the book. I know, right? All right, so we're going to learn about, I'm going to actually read from the book for you because it's been a while since I've gotten these two, and I need to refresh my memory as to what the book, the actual guidance originates from. But I'll share with you what I get from them, and then I will share with you what the book says. So you can get an idea of how to use your intuition, regardless of whether you have a guidebook or not for whatever divination tools you're working with. Divination tools are things like cards like this, like these Oghams. This is a Celtic, for me, a Celtic lineage thing. Or like these. These are oils. These are from the Emerald Temple. You can find Diana Duborow's Emerald Temple oils online at emeraldtemple.com. All right, very high quality, incredible divine feminine priestessing oils. Okay, this card deck is the Kyle Gray deck. I don't have they look like this, Angels and Ancestors deck. I don't have the actual booklet. I have it somewhere, I'm not sure where it is, but so we'll have a feel into this. So what I got first was, I actually did the oils first. So I used honor, anointed with that. I did it on my wrist. Then peace. Then passage. So this is used for change, for transition and transformation, for healing. These two are really good buddies. They work really well to honor us. Gentle, soft energies. This can be the throat chakra with the peace, energy and communication flow, the heart chakra. This can be connected to the solar plexus and honoring the purpose and your sweet soul and your spirit. So it's kind of like solar plexus and heart chakra. But this is also the throat, and this is also the energy for me of Archangel Gabriel, which is communication and connection. So there's a lot of potential vibrations and frequencies from the oils that you can tap into for yourself. But so that's what I get for me. All right, so I took all three of these. Oh, got a little fly friend in here. Hey, how is it even possible to have flies in the winter? It is like really cold in here. All right, that's okay. Hello, spirit guide, fly. All right. Okay, so this is interesting. This is really, I'm really feeling this right now. The change, the desire for change, and the support needed in the solar plexus and the heart chakra for all of us right now. Okay, so I anointed with these. It's on my wrists. So I'm going to take a breath in. And an exhale out to help open the space for us today. Okay. All right, so then the next thing I got was, let's slide these off, was this card. The Great Master Teacher. Obviously, this is the energy of Jesus. If you work with the divine masters, the ancestral lineages of the healers, you're familiar with Jesus. However, this could represent a number of different spiritual masters or teachers that are related to healing. To me, this feels like it is very much about your healing journey and honoring your desire or request for a teacher, for a ascended master, for a supportive guide, a spirit guide to take the lead for you, to ask. You've been asking for help. This is your response. The energy of this sacred geometry shape of the flower of life is really profound and powerful. It connects all the layers of the concentric circles of life together. It's found in nature and natural settings. It's very organic. It's also very galactic and cosmic for my star seeding friends. The energy of the white bird or the dove, bringing in that peace, the element of peace during the journey that you are traveling with your healing process, and supporting you as you grow and develop and begin to learn to trust your intuition, to trust your inner wisdom and instincts more. This is an acknowledgement of your spiritual experiences that you've already had, and that it's now time to learn and integrate. Use the lessons and the messages you've already gotten, because you've already gotten them. That's the big, profound message here. You've already gotten them. You've already had support. Now you're just awakening to it and wanting it more consciously, more obviously. Okay. Then as I was moving my cards, after I got this, I thought, oh, this is beautiful and perfect. Look at this, it's so beautiful. As I was moving my journal over, this one fell off the deck as well. So we've got this beautiful wolf energy. It's interesting, the term the wolf's den came up for me the last couple of days, like throwing someone to the wolves, which also brings up the understanding or misunderstanding of the wolf as a whole. Are you familiar with the Abby Wambach book, The Wolf Pack? The energy of the strength and the power, and it's interesting how the energy of the wolf shows up in different ways, the light and the dark, the shadow and the light. Here it shows us as winter, taking care of your needs. We are now in the time of winter. We're past the winter solstice. We're actually having, the days are actually gently, just ever so slightly getting lighter, which is great. However, it feels like we are in the dead of winter. And the reason why it's called the dead of winter is because there is quiet. Excuse me. Woo! Stillness, forced quiet time. Not as much activity, opportunity, at least where I'm at with the season. Traditionally, winter is a quieter time. It's a time for resting. It's a time for respite. It's a time to go within. It does feel darker. It feels more shadowy. It feels less motivated. It feels lonely. So this is the perfect time to tend to your own needs. All right, so I got to go back to this wolf's den thing. In relation to this, the Jesus card, or the energy of a spiritual teacher or master, and the energy of peace and the energy of wisdom and healing, the concept of the wolf, throwing someone to the wolf's den or being pulled into the wolf's den feels like you're prey or you're a victim. This healing journey is to transform the consciousness of the victim. The last few years during the pandemic, many of us have felt like we are victims, right? Especially during lockdown and not having the opportunity to go out and having heightened concerns and a hypervigilant kind of mode of operating all the time, constantly. And to varying degrees, it affects us, right? Over long term, however, it becomes just a mode of standard operation where it kind of becomes normal, but it's also slowly wearing down or eroding us, right? So when I see this wolf energy, I feel like this is challenging the mentality of the victim. And it's saying, it's all about your perception here. And that's what I literally hear is, it's all about your perception, Bridget. I'm not used to working with the wolf. I'm used to working with the fox. So let's just connect into the wolf energy and see. It's all about your perception, my dear. It's all about your perspective, the way you look at things. The darkness is the opportunity to afford you rest, which you need. Many of you need rest during this time. It is not a time to concentrate on the overactive or the forceful movement of the things. It is a time for you to be strategic, to be planful, to use your cunning and your wit, to entertain yourself with your own skills and your assets and the things that you find interesting, amusing, and curious. Now is the time that you have to play with these things and then to create a strategy that will best suit your needs. For you are not the victim here. You are not the perpetrator either. You are simply the observer, watching and waiting and learning, and you are preparing for the time that you will act. And you will do so in a way that is not harsh or abrupt or impulsive, but in a way that is very strategic and supportive of you, of your personal growth, of your advancement, and of those around you in your community or your den, so to speak. You are fiercely protective of those around you, as it makes sense to be so during this time. You have always been, but now your loyalties have been solidified. And you will change relationships. And things will look different in the springtime. This is the message for you, for those of you who choose to receive it. Okay, so we just channeled a wolf. That was interesting. All right, everybody. Thank you, wolf. Thank you very much for that. It's almost like these seem balanced, opposite, but now I'm understanding that there's a wisdom here, a deep wisdom that I like. Not so scary, just very planful, strategic, observing, making calculated movements that are not devious, but they're intentional, with intention. Yes, wolf, I feel you, intention and loyalty. Loyalty, a fierce loyalty, and a bond within your den. I feel that. I hope you guys feel that too. That feels good. Doesn't that feel good? That feels good. Okay. Getting a little excited here about that. All right, Oghams. These are Oghams, Celtic Tree Wisdom. These two are the ones that I got. And this was the first one. Let's see what we got here. I can't remember this 3-1. I know this 3-1. Oh, it's the holly. All right. Great. All right. And then this one is, it's been a while since I've worked with these. Hawthorn. Holly and hawthorn. Oh, I love the hawthorn. I know that. Okay, so I'm going to actually read the holly vibe here for the tree. I think there's another meaning for that too. Using the book. Before I actually read the holly stuff, I'm going to just feel into the energy of the tree itself. The bush. We just came through the holidays. This feels a bit about the contrast of the transition between the years. That's what's coming forward. A little bit of a representative nod of the path and the journey and the contrast, the sharp contrast between the past and the future, past, present, future. Present, it's kind of getting swallowed up right now, you guys. I'm going to be real honest. It feels like the present is really in a little bit of a vacuum here. It's a little swallowed up. I'm not quite sure why I don't feel that vibe right now, because that's really important to be present, but I'm feeling this is about the past and the future. That's what this is about. And there's more of an emphasis on the past, which interesting. Sunday Morning Coffee today was about the past. So check out Above Life channel, go to Sunday Morning Coffee podcasts on the playlist and watch or listen to the one that's the past. Okay, just got that today. This feels like an emphasis on the past. This feels like it's hard to let go of the past or of the last year, the 2021. That's what this feels like. It feels like there's a nod and acknowledgement of the need for a transition. So let's use the passage oil with this. Let's partner the passage oil with the energy of the holly tree, and let's breathe this in. Feel that on my fingertips. There you go. Put it on the back of the neck, the top of the spine, the back of the head. So the third eye, the throat chakra, and I'm going to do just a second, I got to move a little bit. I'm going to anoint the back of the base of the spine. So root chakra, sacral chakra, throat chakra, third eye. Root chakra, sacral chakra, third eye, throat. Okay, 4 points of contact. There we go. Nice breath in. Nice breath out. Okay, good. Release, release, release. I just heard that out loud. All right, let's read what the book says about the holly. All right, so the totem animal is the swan, which is also the one for twin flame. Spirit guides associated with the holly are, let's see, Lu, the sun god, Thoth, and Maat. All right. So here's some key words. You could journal about this if you're feeling this vibe. I'm feeling like it really aligned with the Jesus energy on this side. You could journal about this. Justice, protection, fighting, strength, assertion and action, vigor, direction and purpose, balance, relationship, father, and paternity. Interesting. All right. So it says, the holly initiates the 8th lunation. This is a tree about justice. Its energy helps protect the weak and the vulnerable. There is a warrior energy with holly. The vindication of rights and clarification of claims and grievances is important. Holly protects against injustice, harm, and negativity while increasing love and offering encouragement. This tree supports as well, it supports us as we work with polarity and duality, instructing us so we can create unity and wholeness. It encourages right relationship and partnerships that are fair and balanced. Interesting. If you receive this in a reading, it says, you're offered the ability to defend yourself and defeat your enemies. Holly also represents the fighting involved in a soul's battles. If push comes to shove, this tree offers you the strength that you require to meet aggression. Holly is your inner warrior. This tree offers you backbone. In a disagreement or battle, before you attack or blame another, be sure to distinguish between your opponent's attitudes and your projection of your own shadow onto him or her. Once you are clear, speak your truth with your truth as respectful as you can. Thoth, the Egyptian god of communication, is a good ally in this. He will help you take the high road. Your highest success will be in forging a win-win outcome. Okay. Interesting. This tree symbolizes paternity and fatherhood, as it is a male tree. It may be time to heal your father wounds. Perhaps this is the time for forgiveness. If you are a father, make sure you are representing the best qualities of this role. If not, move towards changing your behavior. Be the kind of father that you would have liked to have for yourself. Holly also supports right relationships that are founded in cooperation, love, balance, and understanding. Interesting. Interesting. It also says, there's a part here that says, you may long to create justice and are willing to fight for a cause. You may need to seek protection for yourself or for another. You stand up when you see someone taking advantage of another. The energy of the holly tree allows you to argue your position strongly. Holly helps you to be on purpose without being destructive or overly aggressive. Holly protects against self-generated negativity as well as that which comes from others. It also says, I represent wholeness. Wow, that's really, okay, that's a big one. And wherever I grow, you can expect my protection. Wow, okay. Wow, you guys, wow, that's a big one. I didn't know that it was masculine. The tree was more masculine. Powerful. This helps us between the transition between the years, right? The past and the future, 2021 into 2022. Now this one is the hawthorn, which I love the hawthorn. I love it, I love it, I love it. So let's connect in with the hawthorn. We have both letter H's. All right, let's see what the hawthorn says. Let me find it here, you guys, just a second. Hawthorn, here we go. Here we go now. All right, let's see. The totem animals are, let's see, the totems are the scapegoat and the vulture. Woo! Oh, wait, no, that's Blackhorn. Sorry, you guys. Wrong one, Blackhorn. Okay. Or Blackthorn. Okay, sorry, just a minute. Whoa, Bridget, okay. Let me just find it here, just a second. There's a lot here. I'm really feeling the vibes of the trees because I love, you guys, I don't think you realize how much I love the trees. I love them so much. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, here we go. I was gonna say, this does not feel like her vibe. The what? Okay, a little bit of blackthorn sneaking in. This is the hawthorn, very different than the blackthorn. Okay. Woo, don't know where that came from. So here we go. Here's a little better go of it. All right, this is the hawthorn. All right, so it is, this is much more beautiful. The fairies and the white stag. The fairies and the white stag. Okay, good. Okay. The deities or the guides are Persephone, the maiden aspect of the goddess. The horned god, I can't read his name. The hunter. Okay. All right, so, oh, this is connected to the spring equinox. Didn't the fox just mention the spring, through the springtime into the springtime when we will be ready for action? So March is spring, so right now it's January, so you have a couple months. So if you're starting to plan or prepare for things, it's a great time to do that. Strategic planning, goal setting, that's good for you for projects. So this is connected to the spring equinox. That's sweet. Okay, this is good. We're on a roll, people. We're on a roll. All right, so see if I can turn this so you can see it. All right, let's read a little bit about the hawthorn tree. Key words to journal about, if you're really identifying with this, is cleansing and purification, chastity and abstinence, sabbatical, preparation, magic, protection of the sacred, and sacred marriage. So the hawthorn initiates the 6th lunation. It is during this portal that we celebrate the spring equinox, which heralds in the planting season. Persephone returns to her mother, Demeter now, and a new cycle of life begins. This period is for cleansing and purification. We are called to protect the inner realm and ready ourselves for Beltane on May 1st. We prepare our gardens for the seeds we want to plant. We clear the fields. The hawthorn teaches us to purify ourselves as we prepare for the sacred marriage, which calls for the union of male and female, as well as the union of intellect and mind with feeling and intuition. This marriage establishes true power and wholeness. Yes, I like this. This feels good. This feels really good. Couple months, you guys. Feels good, okay. All right. I literally just heard out loud, we reap what we sow, my dears. We reap what we sow, my dears. Yes, we do. All right. Okay, so if you receive this card in a reading, it asks you to spend some time, sacred time in preparation for a meaningful birth experience. You are encouraged to clean up your act. Before I continue to read this, a little bit, parts of this, I want to share with you what hawthorn means to me. This feels very honorable. This really feels like the honor oil, very, very much. It feels like a tried and true, very truth-oriented, not in a sharp-toned way, but as a base core foundation. It feels very authentic. Hawthorn feels very authentic. So let's use the honor oil to anoint with the hawthorn and say we're going to honor the truth and the integrity of our situations and circumstances, but in a gentle way. Like the truth feels almost like a big, strong word. So does integrity. So let's use authenticity, the origins of authenticity, authentic and pure action. Ooh, okay, so I feel like this goes by the ears. So what you are hearing and taking in, information, it's like an etheric vibe, hearing, clairaudience. What are you hearing? I'm going to touch the third eye crown, actually. Let's go up to the crown, not the third eye. Let's do the crown. So the ears and the crown, and then the throat and the front. Everything about this one is in the front and the heart. So the ears, the crown, the throat, and the heart. the ears, the crown, the throat, and the heart. Nice breath in. And then an exhale out the heart. Across the shoulder blades, creating a strong foundation core, safe and sacred space structure. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. All right. To let go of what no longer serves you and treat your body, mind, and soul with sacred respect. We just did that because we anointed. This is the time for spring cleaning, which not only applies to your home and work environment and your garden, but also to your inner environment. So that's what we're doing right now. During the winter, we have time to clean things out, right? To get ready for the spring. Clean up the files on your computer. Let go of what no longer serves you or has meaning for you and what no longer you use. All right. Let go of old stories. This is hard. This is hard. You ready, people? Let go of old stories. The ones that are painful, forgive. Forgive came up with both of these. Forgiveness. That's where the peace comes in. Forgiveness will bring us peace. Here we are. Forgiveness will bring us peace. I feel like I need to leave the top off this one so that it wafts in. We're going to anoint with this one at the end. All right. Wow. Let go of old stories that are painful. Forgive. You are encouraged to set aside quiet time and go within. Perfect time during the winter to do that. To cuddle up in your den, right? Clean out old and unnecessary thought patterns and unhelpful emotional patterns and let them go. You may be ready to let go of a behavior or behavioral ruts or bad habits that are no longer serving you. You may be asked to protect your inner truth from something outside of you. Protect your inner truth from something outside of you. Honor, peace, passage. During this time of change, honor and peace, honor and peace. Solar plexus, heart chakra. Attention to your relationships with yourself, with nature, and with the divine are essential to maintain your self-sovereignty. Ask the hawthorn to encircle and protect your sacred space. Clean up your altar. Spend some time recreating this energy. So if you don't have an altar, create one. It can be anything from a picture, a little statue, something that means something for you, some rocks, some seashells, a favorite card, a quote, anything that makes you feel good and amplifies the good positive energy that you want to call into your life. All right. This tree supports chastity, and so it can represent a time out for purification. This can have to do with fasting, prayer, meditation, and abstinence from sex or overindulgence. Hawthorne also speaks of reconnecting to the magic and mysteries of nature. And then it talks about the fairies. You can connect to the unseen realms of the elementals. You can connect to the mythical world of dragons and unicorns. Just close your eyes and go within. Recall the felt sense that you had as a child. See the world through the innocent eyes of a joyful heart. Magic is real and is only waiting for your invitation. Beautiful. All right. Okay, and then the last thing was I grabbed, this really felt strong to me. This is in the 13 moon priestessing work, the month of January is the Great Mother, and so this red rose represents her, but it also represents Rosa Mystica, which is connected to the Emerald Temple, and these oils, beautiful oils. And so this felt right, like to just, and it also feels Mary Magdalene. So Great Mother Earth and Mary Magdalene. So it just felt right to honor this connection here and bring this sacred kind of grounded center, that rich red root chakra. We're going to take this peace oil and we're going to anoint the heart and the root, the heart and the root, the heart and the root. Heart chakra, nice breath in. Exhale out. Okay, root chakra. Nice breath in. Actually, I feel like more of an exhale. Exhale out the root. Exhale out the root. Exhale out the root one more time. Now breath in through the heart and the root at the same time. Ready? Breathe in. And exhale out. Good. Okay, good. All right, safe and sacred space. My dear friend who is watching this, you guys are awesome. Sending you lots of love and support. Thank you so much. This is Bridget. Thank you so much for watching this and participating in this healing/reading today. I hope it's inspired your spirit and filled you with some hope. Continue to follow my work here on Fairy, Grasshopper, YouTube, where I share all sorts of intuitive stuff, as well as psychic blogs. Follow me on Instagram at Bridget Inspired. If you're interested in my work, you can actually schedule a private session with me. You can book that directly on my Facebook page at Bridget Inspired on Facebook. You can find me every week on Above Life channel on YouTube on Mondays. I post a afterlife celebrity channeling each week. And on Sundays, Sunday Morning Coffee with Bridget, the podcast on Above Life channel, YouTube. Thanks so much for being here.